Hey everyone, and welcome. Today we are diving into a really useful piece of Japanese grammar. This one is a total game changer for making your conversations sound way more natural. We're talking about how to report what other people have said. So let's jump right in.
Okay, so just think about your day for a second. How often do you find yourself saying something like, "Oh, my friend said she's running late," or "My teacher said the test is on Friday"? I mean, it happens constantly, right? We're always relaying information. So the big question is, how do you pull that off smoothly in Japanese? Well, you are in luck, because Japanese has this perfect, tailor-made phrase just for this. Seriously, once you get this one down, you're going to find yourself using it all the time.
And here it is, the star of the show. と言っていました。と言っていました. At its heart, it's just a simple way of saying said that. But wow, is it powerful. This is your key for reporting pretty much anything you've heard from somebody else. Super simple and super essential.
All right, so let's get into the 3 simple rules for how to actually build this phrase. And I know, whenever you hear the word grammar, you might be thinking, oh boy, here we go. But trust me on this one, it is so straightforward. It's basically just a 3-step recipe. Let's break it down.
Okay, rule 1, you start with the original sentence, whatever the person said, but you need it in its plain form, the casual form. Rule 2, right after that sentence, you add the quotation particle to. Think of this little guy as the Japanese equivalent of the word that in English. And finally, rule 3, you just finish it off with itte imashita. That's the whole formula. Plain sentence plus to plus itte imashita. Boom, you're done.
Now here is a super important rule, especially for those of us coming from an English background. Pay attention to this one. In English, we do this weird thing where we change the tense. Like, if someone says, "I will go," we report it as, "He said he would go." See how will became would? Well, guess what? In Japanese, you don't do that. You just keep the original tense exactly as it was. It's like you're putting the original quote in a little bubble and just reporting it as is. No changes needed.
Okay, enough with the theory, right? Let's see this thing in action. We're going to walk through some real practical examples, and we'll cover all the different word types, starting with verbs.
First up, let's talk about verbs. The action words. This is where you'll see that 3-step rule we just talked about working perfectly. So check this out. Yasmin-san wa ashita shiken ga aru to itte imashita, which means Yasmin said that there will be an exam tomorrow. See what happened there? The original thing Yasmin said was ashita shiken ga aru. There is an exam tomorrow. We just take that plain form verb, aru, stick a to after it, and add our sending ending. It's that simple.
Let's do one more with a verb. 父は明日車を運転すると言っていました. My father said that he will drive a car tomorrow. So, what did his dad actually say? He probably said 運転する, I will drive. Again, we just take that plain form, add our magic phrase, and we're good to go. Okay, so that's verbs. What about adjectives? Let's start with I adjectives. And I've got some great news for you. The pattern is exactly the same. I adjectives are awesome because their standard dictionary form is the plain form. So this is going to be a piece of cake. Take this sentence. 先生はこの部屋は寒いと言っていました. The teacher said that this room is cold. The teacher's original thought was just この部屋は寒い. This room is cold. Since 寒い is already in plain form, we literally just add our と言っていました. That's it.
And of course, this works for negative adjectives too. 姉はこのケーキは甘くないと言っていました. My older sister said that this cake is not sweet. The plain negative is 甘くない. So we just report it exactly like that. See how consistent this is?
All right, next up, not adjectives. Now for these, there's just one tiny little detail you have to remember. It's not hard, it's just a little different from what we've seen so far, but it's always the same rule.
Okay, look closely at this one. ははは、あの人は静かだと言っていました. My mother said that that person is quiet. Did you spot the difference? It's that little da at the end of shizuka. Here's the rule. When you're making a plain statement with a positive na adjective, you have to add da. So it's not just shizuka, it's shizuka da. Then you add to itte imashita. That's the one little trick for na adjective.
But what about the negative? Good news! It goes right back to being super easy.
先生はその店は便利じゃないと言っていました.
The teacher said that shop isn't convenient. The plain negative is just 便利じゃない, so you use it as is. No extra da to worry about there.
Okay, last category. Let's talk about nouns.
And if you just understood not adjectives, you're gonna love this, because nouns work the exact same way. You already know the rule.
For instance, Yamashita sensei wa dokushin da to itte imashita. This means Professor Yamashita said that he is single. Just like with Shizuka, the noun dokushin, single, needs that da to make it a plain statement. So the professor said, dokushin da, I am single.
Let's do one more just to lock it in. 父は来週は休みだと言っていました. My father said, next week is a holiday. The original statement is, 来週は休みだ. Again, we see that da right where it needs to be. Perfect. All right, we've gone through a bunch of examples. Let's take a step back and put it all together in one simple summary so you can see the whole pattern at a glance. Okay, so this chart really lays it all out. For verbs, you're using the plain dictionary form, like iku. For I adjectives, same deal. It's just the basic form, like samui. Now, the key takeaway, for both na adjectives and nouns, you've got to remember to add that da in the positive. So shizuka da or yasumi da. And if you look at the negative forms, they're all super consistent. This is pretty much everything you need to know, all in one place.
All right, so we've gone through the rules, we've seen the examples. You now have this awesome new tool in your Japanese toolbox. But you know what they say? The most important step is actually using it.
So, here's your mission should you choose to accept it. Think about something someone told you today. Anything at all. What did your friends say? Your boss? Your mom? Now, right now, try to say it out loud in Japanese using to itte imashita. Seriously, give it a shot. That's how you really make this stuff stick.